Hello, this is Living in Vlog for November 21st, as today is noontime of November 22nd. Excuse me. Sorry for belching yesterday. I totally didn't mean it. What happened was I got out of bed and then I did the video. Didn't get a chance for things to settle, I guess. So, yesterday I, oh, excuse me. Yeah, yesterday was a big day. Yesterday was like the beginning of a new project within the project. One of those new month-long projects. I started out yesterday. I wanted to do Roman roads. So I was like, okay, well, let's make sure that there's not KMZ, because I already checked it, but it's good to check again. Let's make sure that there's not KMZ Google Earth downloads of all the Roman roads so that I don't have to waste my time building Roman roads. And I don't think there are. But I did go into the David Rumsey historical map site, and for some reason I came across maps I didn't see before of Rome. I don't know if they weren't on or I didn't notice or whatever, but I noticed the Rome. It had the tracing of the root of the wall superimposed on Google Earth, just Servian and Antlion. So I was like, what? Because I'd been looking for that. So yeah, my walls were wrong. So I fixed the walls, and then I put the posts on it, guard towers, because that was shown too. Major development. And then I was like, and then on the same map, one of the maps there, there was it was a map of like Rome, and so I was like, fuck it. So I was like, fuck it, let's just map Rome, all of Rome, everything within the Antonine walls, the Aurelian walls, because then I can map out exactly where and who everybody is. You know, I can do the census, and then I can have a really good model to build Boulder Rome off of, because I have Rome. And also, though, the main reason I'll finally get to know what Rome looked like, man. It's gonna be awesome. So, yeah, and it's very detailed too. Like you could make a map of Rome for most of it, yeah, and pretty much make Rome. Like that's your Rome right there. You could do tours and stuff. And so let me tell you the story behind that, because that's pretty damn cool. So, yeah, like how the hell do we have a map of Rome? Seriously, like a street plan of Rome, like what exactly how all of the temples were built and the roads between them and all that kind of stuff. Well, what happened was, yeah, it was lost to history. It was like, and like most stuff in antiquity was lost to history. In the Dark Ages, people heard of Rome, but they didn't know anything about Rome. So in like 1564, I think it was, somebody like, I don't know, stumbled across etchings in rock, and yeah, they found it was like 100 or a couple hundred or whatever. I don't know exactly how many pieces of rock, just piled behind a church. And I guess it used to be a big mural up on the church. It was where they kept the records on what was it, one of the hills there, Quirinal Hill, I think. And it was like, I need to read the Wikipedia again, but if I remember correctly, it was like 30 meters by 30 meters. It was this huge wall, 100 feet by 100 feet, with really detailed etched in stone map of the city. Like and it was Severus who came up with it. They did it somewhere in Severus's reign, which was between 193 and like 215 or something like that. So when it was made. And there's this one building called the Taglia, I don't remember what it was called, but it was made in 205, and that's in the map. So it was after 205. It was like 210, like, which is pretty much at the absolute height of Rome, like the construction of Rome and the strength of the empire. Right at the end of the five good emperors, Marcus Aurelius, and then there's Commodus who fucked it up, and then after Commodus there was Severus. So yeah, man. So we have a map of Rome, and so there's some dude in like 1500 or 1700 and 1847, 1940. This Italian guy pieced together those stones, and made a map of Rome, ancient Rome, on top of modern Rome, and so then somebody pasted it on Google Earth. And so all I have to do, I can't believe somebody else didn't do this. All I have to do is go in and trace it all out and build Rome. So cool, man. There are a lot of columns, though. A lot of fun with the columns in Rome. It's mostly just tracing columns. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. You'll get an idea of how big Rome was, and why they put stuff, like they put the big jail at the end of the Circus Maximus, so all the prisoners could watch the chariot racing. But yeah, so that's what I did all day. I was working until like 5:15 this morning, so I got like, I guess 6.5 hours of sleep, or 6.5 hours for three. Well, I was working. I'm ready to go again now. Get high and fucking just do this, man. Just trace as much as I can for like a month, and see if I can get this thing built, man. It's really exciting. Alrighty, so stay tuned.